रोज कुछ न कुछ ये लोग बहाना बनाते हैं, गलत इल्जाम लगाते हैं। अगर कुछ ऐसी बात है तो बिना भेदभाव जांच करो।
Sonia Gandhi has defended Robert's name a day after Vadra is accused of Benami land deal. Sonia Gandhi aggressively defends her controversial son-in-law, calls him the victim of a BJP slander campaign and political conspiracy. But amid all the charges and counter charges, Robert Vadra is silent.
मैंने कभी ऐसा नहीं देखा। प्रधानमंत्री एक प्रधानमंत्री है, शहंशाह नहीं है, देश का प्रधानमंत्री है।
Quizzed over her son-in-law's links to an alleged defense agent, Sonia Gandhi deflects 2 days after Prime Minister presides over a spectacular 2-year anniversary celebration. Sonia Gandhi launches a scathing attack, accuses him of behaving like a Shahenshah, mocking the poor who are facing drought and other hardship. The IT department ropes in the Enforcement Directorate to expose the 35 Benami companies that allegedly routed funds to arms dealer Sanjay Bhandari, who has been linked by the BJP to Gandhi-in-law Robert Vadra. Is India watching this video? In Tamil Nadu, bigotry gets social sanction. Here hate is celebrated. Hundreds turn up to celebrate the release on bail of a man accused of slaying a Dalit. How long will we deny our racist reality? It's a big twist in the Dadri case. The Mathura Labs forensic report says meat found in Akhlaq's fridge was beef. Contradicts the report of the Akhilesh government. Who then communalized a murder? That's the big question. How did goat turn to beef in a matter of months?
जो वायग्रा का एडवर्टाइजमेंट होते हैं, इस एडवर्टाइजमेंट डेंजर एडवर्टाइजमेंट।
She blames it on Viagra. It's a shocker from Mamta's woman panel chief as she virtually justifies rapes by blaming Viagra ads for the rise in crimes against women, that too in the context of a heinous horror committed on the streets of Kolkata overnight.
Actions to assess the damage are currently in progress, but the Army has ordered an inquiry to investigate into the accident.
Army hit by tragedy, massive one at that, at one of India's largest ammunition depots, leaves 20 Army personnel dead, 19 others injured. The Prime Minister condoles, rushes Defence Minister Parivar to the spot.
The Army...
All excited, so hopefully this can add to what has been an epic day of sport so far. Say something, Carl. Wish the team.
Go RCB! Go RCB! They're living large and free in London, far away from the clutches of the Indian law. Malia reminds us all of the fun he's having while his jilted employees eke out a living and banks sweat it out, trying in vain to get back our savings. Congress President Sonia Gandhi today risked the more than 150-year-old Congress party's reputation and political prospects on the destiny of one man who is happened to be married to her daughter. In Uttar Pradesh, Sonia Gandhi stridently came out in defense of her son-in-law, Robert Vadra, alleging that he is the victim of a conspiracy hatched in the highest echelons of the NDA government to malign not just his name but the Gandhi name. Her defense prompted several questions. Why is Sonia Gandhi defending Vadra, that the Congress till the other day, in fact till yesterday, right on this show, described as a private citizen? By defending Robert Vadra emphatically, as Sonia staked the reputation of the Congress on one individual's probity. Has Sonia finally admitted that Vadra is the Congress and the Congress is Vadra? If Vadra is ultimately proven to be guilty, will Congress concede that such a verdict dents the party's image irreconcilably, given the fact that the party president has come out and certified Robert Vadra's honesty? Has Sonia Gandhi tacitly admitted or indirectly admitted that the family's image is more important to her than the Congress party's? Why? Why has Sonia Gandhi today turned a private individual into the image of the Congress party. Fundamental questions are going out tonight. Some people say that Sonia Gandhi is indefatigable, that her stand is an indication to party cadres that whatever the adversity, dwindling numbers, prospects, anything, she will not be cowed down. That's the charitable interpretation. Some others are saying that Sonia Gandhi is under pressure because her son is going to be inheriting a mantle of a 150-year-old party, and she needs to ensure that the slate is clean. Some people say that Priyanka Gandhi Vadra is going to be injected into the equation as a general secretary, and she is very, very concerned that Priyanka Gandhi Vadra's entry into politics is being marred by allegations of taint against her husband. Whatever the reasons are, Sonia Gandhi has gone out on a limb in the face of some facts which seem, and I can't stand in judgment here, which seem to suggest that there was more than just a passing acquaintance between Robert Vadra and a prominent and controversial arms dealer who is being probed, because funds have poured into his company through 35 Benami companies. The Enforcement Directorate has been nudged by the Income Tax Department to analyze where this fund came from. There are emails between this individual, this defense agent, and Robert Vadra and his associates regarding a uber luxury property in the heart of London. Coincidence? Is it merely a coincidence that Robert Vadra had such a great interest in a property owned by this defense dealer, so much so that they were discussing what kind of chandeliers will be put up? We did this debate yesterday. And we asked the Bharatiya Janata Party, why is it that these accusations come and amount to very little? Why is it that Robert Vadra, who has been charged with land usurpation, who has been charged with land fraud, has still not been officially charge sheeted? Why is it that once again another round of accusations are being hurled at Robert Vadra? The facts have come out in the public even before the probe agencies could get their hands on the emails and begun investigating them. What's happening? Is it really all as Sonia Gandhi's made it out to be, or has Sonia Gandhi today squandered an opportunity to distance the Congress party from the fate of one individual who just happens to be her son-in-law? Fundamental questions will go out tonight to our panel. It's a heavyweight panel right after this news report. Don't go away.
अगर ये भी एक षड्यंत्र है.
An aggressive Sonia Gandhi defended her son-in-law Robert Vadra, who now faces charges of buying a Benami property in London. But the Congress president was quick to brand the allegations as part of a bigger political conspiracy.
ये भी एक षड्यंत्र है. कांग्रेस मुक्त भारत का मतलब क्या है? रोज कुछ न कुछ ये लोग बहाना बनाते हैं, गलत इल्जाम लगाते हैं. अगर कुछ ऐसी बात है तो बिना भेदभाव जांच करो. दूध का दूध, पानी का पानी सबके सामने आएगा.
Sonia Gandhi lashed out at the BJP government, said that all of these allegations are completely false, and said that this is a way of propaganda that the BJP is using to put down the Congress party. She also said that if all these allegations are actually true, then a probe should be set up and these allegations should actually be proved in paper.
Others in the Congress echoed Sonia.
Law is there, but why they are doing pick and choose and exposing in some newspapers, releasing something and keeping quiet?
I have not read anything or seen anything yet. If she has, then she must have good reason to do so.
But what the Congress overlooked was Vadra's alleged link to controversial arms dealer Sanjay Bhandari.
Income Tax Department probe, which of course will not lend itself to any kind of criminality being imputed. If at all any individual is found guilty, whether it's Mr. Bhandari or Mr. Vadra, they would certainly have to face the tax evasion laws of the country.
The Congress seems to be getting nervous, says the BJP.
This is a country whose judicial system is quite well known across the world. So why worry? Why be so frustrated? Wait for the investigation to be complete, wait for the truth to come out, wait for the law to take its own course.
पहले कहते हैं जांच कराओ, जब जांच होती है तो फिर जांच पर उंगली खड़े करते हैं। तो इनके दोहरे मापदंड हैं और ये पूरी तरह से जो मकड़ जाल था कांग्रेस के द्वारा बुना हुआ, उस मकड़ जाल में ये फंस चुके हैं।
While the political blame game is on, Vadra remains silent on the issue. What he needs to answer is whether he is the same Robert who wrote to Bhandari's aide Chadda about renovations. So why would Robert write to Bhandari's aide about a property that Vadra directly or indirectly didn't own? With Iknoor Kaur in New Delhi, Bureau Report, News X.
There are several questions that go out tonight, and let me pose them without delay. Dr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi, MP and national spokesperson of the Congress with us, is also Dr. Sambit Patra, the national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Pinky Anand, the additional Solicitor General of India, is with us. So is Dr. Santosh Mehrotra, Professor of JNU. KTS Tulsi will be with us. He's also an MP of the Rajya Sabha in just a few moments. And Sudhindra Bhadoria, member of the BSP, will join us in a short while. Let me first begin by asking Dr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi a direct question. What compulsion has driven the Congress president to leap out in the defense of Robert Vadra, to clear him even before a probe has begun, Dr. Singhvi, and to suggest that he is the victim of a conspiracy in the face of a number of pointers that raise disturbing questions which need a very elaborate response from Mr. Vadra himself?
Okay, may I just suggest that this is wrong on both counts. First of all, I find it laughable that day in, day out, a Robert Vadra issue is used by the BJP, by the government, as a stick to beat the Congress with, from Haryana to Bikaner to today. And the Congress is not even to reply. We are not concerned about Robert Vadra, the individual. We've said so earlier, let me repeat it now. He is fully capable of defending himself. We are not defending him. But I fail to understand, you make a direct attack only on the Congress, only on the Congress president, only on the Congress vice president, and we are not supposed to defend with indignation the complete lack of evidence. Second, that response is based on emails factually written by him. And third, I don't find any of the eminent Greases who've been adorning several panels using the same standard when, for example, the BJP left out repeatedly to defend and justify the son-in-law of the patriarch of the BJP in those days. At that time, this semantic distinction was not made that though we will attack the BJP or the person who sits in the Prime Minister's residence, the BJP can't defend it. So I think this is absolutely ridiculous. You please don't use the Congress, don't bring in the Congress president, don't bring in his wife, don't bring in the vice president, then we will also not speak. Mr. Vadra will reply. You use it as a stick to beat and then you want silence. Now I have lots to say on the second part, give me half a minute. Till today, Rahul, there is not a single ED, IT or government agencies, they have 20 of them, notice to Mr. Vadra on this issue, which is more than a month and a half old. Had there been a notice, Mr. Vadra would have probably given a very clear, factual reply to the notice. That would not have been sensational news. That would not have benefited ministries of this government whose only job is to do opportunistic and selective leaks. That would not have helped the governments which want sensationalism. They want to keep the pot boiling, so instead of taking any, not even giving a notice to him, he could have explained what the email was, whether it was his email.
No, but he has.
Nobody knows. If it was, what is the context? But no, you will do selective leaks to the press. You will not send him a notice for 1.5 months. And entirety of what I've seen, Rahul, 1 minute, entirety of what I've seen in all the channels is that there is a money trail of 2 countries or 3 countries, BVI, UK and Dubai, showing Sanjay Bhandari doing money trail deals and owning a house. Till now I have seen nothing. suggesting it's a Benami house of Mr. Vadra. But had Mr. Vadra got a statutory notice from these great agencies whose ministries are being used to do these leaks? And last, we are not irresponsible, Rahul. We do not want to say this because a social contact between a secretary in charge of a state of the BJP and Mr. Sanjay Bhandari, or the fact that Sanjay Bhandari was extremely close to a former BJP president, or that he was very close to the family of a former BJP patriarch. We don't think that that set of social contacts or telephone calls makes them criminally complicit, because we don't believe in sensationalism.
Okay, we
don't believe in irresponsible
I understand.
So
But let me ask you some particular questions.
Singh, who's probably the victim of somebody within his own party attacking him.
Look, 1 second. Look at what Vadra's own legal response team has put out there. They have said that Vadra does not directly or indirectly own any house described as number 12 Ellerton House, Bryanston Square, London.
Yes.
And that Vadra and Arora have not entered into any transaction of a financial nature with Mr. Sanjay Bhandari, and not even aware that Mr. Sanjay Bhandari is involved in any defense transaction, unquote. But why then is the arm dealer Bhandari's kin discussing an arrangement for the payment of £16,000 for renovation with Mr. Robert Vadra? If there is no pecuniary involvement, why are we talking about 16,000 pounds?
Can I answer?
Yes, sir.
Can I answer?
Go ahead.
First of all, can I answer? Can I answer? First of all, assuming whatever you said is true, and it is certainly not bound to be true, does this email suggest that he's the Benami owner of the house? Are we living in a banana republic? Second, do you vouch, Rahul, or your channel vouches for the authenticity of this email?
I don't.
Third, is Vadra obliged to answer you? I don't mean you personally. Or is he obliged to answer a statutory notice asking him this question? Fourth, why has Vadra not received this question by ED, IT or anybody else for the last 5 months?
Fair enough.
Why, before such a notice to Vadra, is this information leaked by the people who run the ministry?
I began by saying so. I began by saying so, but Dr. Abhishek Manu Singhvi...
There is a leap of the imagination.
No.
You are right. I'm not talking about you.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that when his legal advisors or those who are appearing for him, sir, you're a lawyer. You're one of the best lawyers. No, sir, you're one of the best lawyers in this country. Let's not. That should not escape us. Now, 1 minute. I just want to say. No, 1 second. I just want to say, when his legal team says have not entered into transactions.
You heard at me by one of these.
No, let me finish. Let me finish, sir, because I want to open this out. Dr. Sambit Patra, Pinky Anand are all here. Now, let me ask you. My final question to you. My final question to you. This legal team has come out and said that Mr. Vadra and Arora have not entered into any transaction of a financial nature with Dr. Sanjay Bhandari and not even aware of his antecedents, etc., etc. But what explains this demand for money, the acknowledgement that money needs to be paid for some renovation? Why would he be spending a huge amount of money? £16,000, a hell of a lot of money, sir, renovating someone else's house.
I
mean, he's a very charitable guy.
Rahul, I think this is worse than a witch hunt and a witchcraft.
Okay.
Have you ever found the BJP's vast Ministry of Finance asking this question of Mr. Abhishek Singh of Raman Singh fame with an established company and a Panama account directly in his name? How on earth is Vadra guilty of Benami holding without even seeking an explanation on the basis of an email sent, which is, we don't know the email is correct. You are not vouching for it rightly.
Okay.
Does the Finance Ministry have any time to look into the Lalit Gate, Scindia and Abhishek Singh, Raman Singh scandals? Have you sent a single notice? What's the point of splashing all this? This is absolute, malicious, selective, opportunistic witch hunt at its worst.
Opportunism. Opportunism, Dr. Patra, is the charge. Opportunism is the charge. Your response.